Welcome to lecture 3 of the 5D Heart mini course. In this session, we will tackle one of the most common bottlenecks in fetal echocardiography, the acquisition of high quality cardiac volumes. From fetal movement to suboptimal angles, we will break down the challenges and help to overcome them with precision and ease. Let's dive into our first challenge, inadequate image quality. It all starts with a 2D image. If that isn't crisp and clear, the resulting 3D cardiac volume won't do us any favors. That's why our solution is to optimize machine settings up front. By fine-tuning the parameters, we can achieve or extract stellar 2D imagery, laying a rock-solid foundation for the high-quality cardiac volumes we need. It's all about the perfect balance, ensuring every pixel counts. Suboptimal fetal positioning or valve angulation. When the spine is in between 5 and 7 o'clock or the pulmonary valve isn't perpendicular to the ultrasound beam, the system can do its magic. The solution is to start with hands-on adjustment like rotation, tilting, or angulating the probe, or even repositioning the fetus or the mother. If still off axis, don't worry, that's where the 7-point align or fine align comes in, giving you total control to realign the volume post acquisition, so precision is rescued. Here we are marking the 7 points, and after we will mark these 7 points, the system will automatically realign the spine to the optimal position of the 6 o'clock beautifully and without any loss of clarity or volume data. This is very important and very essential for interpretation of the cardiac anatomy to help us as you can see, beautiful 9 diagnostic planes. The pulmonary is fine, the 3-vessel tracheal view. Okay. And this is the 4 chambers view. Looks nice. These views are after realigning. This was a spine at 5 o'clock. The system displaced it into a spine at 6 o'clock to have the most optimal representation of the cardiac anatomy. As you can see, the short axis and the right of the right ventricle, short axis view, the stomach view for situs, determination, and the ductal arch. Beautiful legends, as you can see. This is the aortic arch and the bicaval view or vena cava view, where the superior and inferior vena cava open into the right atrium. Number 3, acoustic shadows. Whether it's ribs, the sternum, or a rouge fetal limb photo bombing your views, these can severely obscure cardiac anatomy. The solution is simple, don't force it. If shadows dominate the image, it's better to wait and reattempt the scan when the fetal position improves. Sometimes patience is your best probe setting. While volume fails to include the 2-vessel view or the stomach, this incomplete anatomical coverage significantly limits the accuracy and usefulness of the analysis. To correct this, simply acquire the volume, this time increasing the angle of acquisition, ensuring you're capturing the entire region from the upper mediastinum all the way to the stomach. A wider sweep provides the full anatomical range required for reliable reconstruction and diagnosis. Significant motion artifacts can compromise the STIC volume. These are often caused by maternal movement, fetal activity like breathing, hiccups, or turning, and especially when the spine drifts outside the optimal 5 to 7 o'clock range. If motion artifacts are detected, cancel the acquisition and try again once the fetus is calm. You can also use tools like 7-point align or fine align to digitally reposition the spine and salvage the volume, restoring alignment without repeating the scan. Only if the all anatomical landmarks are visible in the suboptimal volume. It actually would be a mistake if your region of interest isn't big enough, literally. If the entire chest circumference isn't inside the region of interest, you're cutting out variable anatomy and risking incomplete data sets. The fix is simple. You enlarge the ROI to wrap around the whole chest. Think of it like zooming out just enough to get the full scene. Heart, lungs, vessels, and all. No anatomy left behind. In the series, is spine drifting or rotating outside the recommended 4 to 8 o'clock zone as you move from the 4-chamber view to the stomach. When this happens, your volume's anatomical accuracy takes a hit. The best move is to wait for fetal movement to calm down, then use the 7-point align tool to digitally nudge the spine back into place. This ensures consistent orientation and sharp, reliable data for analysis. The azimuth issue. If your atria or ventricles are looking short or asymmetric in the 4-chamber view, it likely means your acquisition angle is off. Tilted planes are the culprit. What's the move? We manipulate the transducer, we tilt, we rotate until these chambers look nearly equal in size. Symmetry isn't just aesthetic, here it's a diagnostic gold. Up with the most common fetal cardiac volume acquisition challenges, and more importantly how to fix them like a pro. From smart scanning to smart software, you now know how to get better results faster with tools like Visa, 7-point align, and the soon to drop intelligent align. Thanks for sticking with us. See you in the next lecture where we dive deeper into the magic of 5D heart. Until then, happy scanning.